With all that he's achieved so far, it's safe to say he is a global superstar. And guess what? He is right here in the studio with us today. Sami, we're so thrilled you can join us this morning. I know you have a busy day. You're going straight from here to rehearsals until about 8 o'clock tonight. Yeah. So very honoured you can join us. So incredible shows coming up this weekend. What can audiences expect?
We have a lot in store. Cultures. Beautiful. See, for me, I'm interested in the unity underlying those beautiful cultures, you know, the art behind those cultures. And that's what I think, a taste of that, a taste of the beautiful artistic expressions that have come out through these age-old, centuries-old, millennia-old cultures. And I'm a lover of cultures.
Now, this is your first performance since COVID, is that true? Because I know you did a couple of online concerts, obviously, in the last couple of years. What does it feel like to be back in action and to actually get to celebrate in person?
It's very exciting. I should mention I'm a bit media shy. I usually dodge TV interviews.
Well, we're so honored that you're actually here with us.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, you're
I'm honored as well. Thank you, and I'm really. It's amazing what you guys are doing. You know, and I was watching the channel the other day, and I was thinking, wow, this is so smooth, you know, the ad-libs, and because I know it's really difficult. There's a lot of last-minute things happening.
We're supposed to be flattering you. I don't think you're a superstar in the studio flattering us.
But in terms of the, you know, for me, I think the concert, it will, if not for me, everyone should come for these incredible musicians. We have a very eclectic and interesting group of musicians from China, from the Middle East, of course, from North Africa, Andalusia, the Khorasani side. I mean, I'm performing, for example, the second piece that we're performing called The Journey. I'm performing on the Robab, which is, you know, you have this name in different countries in the Middle East, but with the context that I'm referring to, within this context, it's actually an Afghanistani instrument. It's a national instrument of Afghanistan. And when you think Afghanistan, you don't think Rabab, you don't think music. But this country has a profound, you know, profoundly strong heritage when it comes to music and history. So very excited for the content. And remember, this is new. I don't know if people know, but this is new content.
Yeah. Yeah, you're premiering new music.
This is brand new content.
I know people are flying in to come to see you.
Yeah, so. I'm really honored, really flattered, and really excited to see everyone.
And that's what I think is so interesting about your performances. We showed a little bit of footage earlier. I mean, it's a theatrical, incredible experience. Your incredible voice, the poetry of the lyrics, but it's the music, the lights, the incredible musicians as well. You know, how does it all come together? What inspires you when creating something like this?
I think it begins first and foremost with an amazing team.
Don't be modest.
No, I'm serious. We're working, for example, with AIM, the production team, creating this. I mean, this is the creme de la creme of production. They're really, 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 really good. So we're really excited to be working with them. And also these incredible musicians. You know, we have an incredible group of musicians. And you'll see on the night, hopefully. They're just so good. They're really, really good. And also, I would add, aside from the theatrics, aside from the lighting, there is a sense of reverence, of profound respect for the subject matters. Like one of the pieces, I think it's the first piece actually. We have an intro, and then we have a piece called Knowing One Another. And this piece is in a pentatonic scale, so it's 5 notes. There's some harmonics as well, of course, but generally it's just a 5-note melody, refrain. And it's inspired by a passage from the Holy Quran, scripture, which talks about, I'm translating it, we made you from, O mankind, we made you from a single male and a female, and we made you into nations and tribes so that you may come to know one another. So it's a very, and knowing, we can say knowing and appreciating one another. I think it's really important that in this era of ours, globalized world of ours, modern world, we go beyond just, you know, talking at each other, but actually knowing one another. And this piece, and appreciating one another. And this piece is a brand new piece inspired from that passage. So this sense of reverence for the sacred, for the art, for the music, and of course the poets we're talking about. I mean, the maqamat, that these scales, they're drawn from somewhere very profound, you know, much more profound than a kind of ethnomusicologist perspective to say, oh, well, the Byzantines brought this, and the Persians brought that, and the Turks. It's not that way, actually. I mean, if you want to know a civilization, if you truly want to know a tradition, listen to the music. Because it's so powerful.
Yeah. You have this amazing ability to storytell, but also your music is so meditative and calming, and it's incredible to have that effect on people. But when you are composing new music, what is it that you start with? Is it the message that you want to convey? Is it the lyrics? Is it something, a moment, or a feeling that inspires you, or is it the effect that you want to have on people?
I think it's, you know, I have a profound respect and love, and I'm acutely aware of it since I was a kid, for that which is greater, that which is higher, and it's referred to by different names in different traditions. But for me, you know, it's there, it's ever present, and it comes through the music. So when I compose a piece of music, first and foremost, the reverence is there, you know, the respect. It's not an authoritarian kind of respect. It's just this profound, you know, it's there. It's very difficult to define, as well put into words. But you know, throughout history, you've had different cultures and different traditions show reverence to the sacred through art. In Christianity, you have Gregorian chants, right? Beautiful Gregorian chant music, and the music of Bach, for example. It's a very Christian sound, right? It is. And similarly with the Buddhist chants and different types of reverence, you know, there's so many different cultures. And I suppose when you come to this performance, you get a taste of that, you know, just a taste of. And that's my hope, that people come and they come out feeling a sense of reverence, you know, for the sacred and for the cultures, because all cultures around the world have that, you know, there's that expression and that kind of reverence and respect for the divine, or whatever, you know, they call the divine, but it's the same thing. The intention's the same. And although outwardly the manifestation is different, right? It may look different, but the unity behind it is the same. And that's what I'm interested in, that unity that binds us together. So it's outwardly different, but inwardly it's the same kind of, what they say, barakah, or grace. So that's what I'm really interested in.
I mean, the thought process behind there is fascinating. So, I mean, you know, how do your albums come together? We mentioned the fact you've had 64 million albums.
45.
45.
Oh, don't exaggerate.
Sorry, 45 million.
45
million albums sold all over the world. Tell me about the journey, though. You know, when you're first writing a song, are you doing this in complete isolation? Do the words just flow? Do you travel somewhere exotic to the mountains to start writing? You know, how does it all come together?
Thank you. Well, not to over-dramatize, but I don't really see them as songs. They're mostly pieces, compositions. Because a song is a 3 or 4 minute, not to you know, look down on songs, but it's usually a 3 minute, and it's getting shorter, you know, with the attention span, 2 minute a piece, a song with 3 or 4 chord progressions, quite formulaic, oftentimes. Whereas a composition, you know, it really requires a lot of kind of introspection and meditation, and you know, it's very easy to kind of, you know, these are cliches, really over dramatize. But for me, you know, I do need to isolate, and I need to be in a special kind of place as well. So it's not like, oh, let's come up with some nice chords and, you know, let's come up with some. It's a different kind of process.
And how long does it normally take to create something like that?
It isn't like some of the big producers, they go into a studio, right? And within 24 hours, they won't leave the studio until this thing is finished, right? 24 hours. But for me, it's and others, I'm sure, it's different. It does take time. It does take time.
Now, just lastly, this has obviously been such a trying year for so many. This has been your first in-person concert in, I'm sure, a couple of years. And so many people are coming to attend your concert. This is going to be their first time experiencing something. How do you want them to feel when they're leaving or during the concert? How do you want to connect with them?
Oh, you know, I'm, first of all, so excited. I'm so excited for everybody flying in and to see everyone, you know, at this, my first performance since 2019, I guess. And I think that people will be extremely impressed. Oh. Not with me, but because, you know, what this setting and the production and, you know, the instruments, the musicians, just the sheer amount of hard work that's been put into this. It's going to be really, really, really great.
Well, I'm sure it is going to be a magical weekend. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. It's such an honor for Katie and I.
Thank you so much.
And best of luck. We can't wait to see you.
Thank you.
And you've got a busy day of rehearsal.